Hello and welcome to the first episode of the second season of the Hey Biz Buds podcast. Yay!
Yay!
In case you're wondering what is the Biz Buds podcast about, in case you're new, I'll attempt to give a short introduction. Not so long time ago in not such a far away galaxy, five of us actually came together. It started with a WhatsApp group where we were kind of at a point where we were desperate for someone to listen to our entrepreneur problems because we all worked alone at that time. And then we came together, and from conversations of helping each other or just being sounding boards, we ended up sharing everything with each other. The group has now evolved to six of us, and we're still with our crazy thoughts all the time. And now we've gotten together again to come up with a podcast to share with the world the crazy thoughts that we have. In case you're new again, a very short introduction of the six of us. I'll start with AJ. Hello, AJ.
Hi.
AJ is our audio expert. She is a new mom and she's our group's lovely extrovert. So we struggle with, oh no, what do we do when we go out? We call AJ, right? And then there's Elinur, our newest member. She is
Hello.
also a mom. She is what I call the doodle diva. Because
wow.
everything
I love that. That could be your YouTube handle.
Yes, it can. Yes.
You guys are
Every time I see like amazing art, I think of her. She has a great eye for branding stuff. Say hi, Elinor.
hi everybody.
Ooh, sexy voice.
sexy. Wow.
And then we have Feetri, our storytelling expert, mom of two, and the person that we always go to whenever we have questions about Instagram. Do you actually work for them? Like, how do you know everything, Feetri? How do you know everything?
Oh, I have to answer that.
Answer lah. You don't work for them, right?
I wish.
All right, and then we have Liyana, our Canva queen, our
Hi.
entrepreneur, the person who always updates us about mental health issues and reminds us to stay in check with ourselves. Shy but quite feisty, True or not? True or not?
Shy.
Very agree. Shy not so.
Sometimes lah,
Sometimes shy.
Depends
And
mood
then
lah.
I'm going in alphabetical order, so I introduce myself next. Hello, everyone.
Sure.
I am content writer. I am the only person who doesn't live in the same country as everyone else. I am apa lagi? I love chocolate cake. That's all I have to say about myself. And you can
she
tell
loves
that
cake.
I love books. If you're on YouTube and watching this, I love books. And then last but not least, the reason why we are together. Say so much
Say.
importance. Madam Renee, or Rini, however you want to call her. She is the reason why we're together because I think she started up the WhatsApp group and then it has evolved to what it is today. She is our videographer expert, YouTube. Like how we go to Feetri for Instagram, we go to Rini for like YouTube stuff. And she's also the reason why we're talking about the topic today, which is the word of the year. Because we're recording this early into January, and yeah, we're basically we always have this thing where we go through our following year goals, which we did a few weeks ago, I believe. And Rini always reminds us to come up with a word of the year so that we sort of align ourselves with whatever we do. Is that the reason, or is there another reason why you just love word of the year?
Huh? What? For
What? Where did you come up with this? Why do you ask us to do this? And why do you think other people should do it?
No, I think I learned it from my mentor in 2017 about this word of the year because he taught me that resolutions, goals, of course goals is good, but try not to go too far off in terms of like 5-year goal because it's too far long. You can't see because as human we usually go by bits and pieces, right?
Yes.
And so he actually shared with me that if you were to use this word of the year, and you usually word of the year is just a word that you want to my word is not attaching to my head right now. I don't know why. Maybe I haven't
It's
essential
effective.
oil. Okay, anyway. So basically, this word of the year is to help you move forward in your business or in your life. Basically everything you want to do in as a whole, personal or professional
Like align
growth
to
in
that word
essence.
lah.
Yeah, align with that word. So it's usually when you have that word, your mind consciously or subconsciously will think of that word. So for example, in 2022, I had the word upgrade. So I upgraded my course, I upgraded my business, I upgraded. Basically, it's all about upgrading. And then I realized I was not like I was not that aware that I had that upgrade word. And then towards the end, December, then I feel like, oh yeah, actually I have this. That's why subconsciously I had this word always lingering around my head. So from then, I think I shared with you guys that you need to have need to need to have need to
Yeah.
have word of the
Word of the
year,
year.
just to make sure you align and you would not be I would say, because we as business owners, I have a lot of things we want to do
Correct. Yeah.
always, right?
Especially
We
all of
want to do
us.
A, want to do B, want to do C, everything. But when you have that word of the year, it's more of like aligning and making sure that you are not in a mess. And you won't do I would say you won't do unimportant things that may not help you with your professional or your personal growth. Yeah. So
Yep.
that's
I
why
Totally
word
agree.
of the year is important lah.
Yes, I don't know. Are you raising your hand? I thought you
No,
raising your
I'm just like, yeah,
Yes,
just
yes,
agreeing.
girl.
Correct. Yeah.
I have
She's
to
our
ask.
influencer.
Yeah, I know, right? I have to ask though. Okay, so really, you said you did your apa tadi upgrade into 2022, and then I remember in 2023 when we had the first goal sort of review that we all did together for 2023. We all did start our word of the year. Anybody wants to share how it went for them last year? Like, what was your word last year, and did it really stick to what your word was when you started off the year? Liyana, I'm just pointing out at someone. I don't know.
What was my word of the year last year?
I think you had two. I feel like I remember you had two.
See, also she might have to.
Maybe.
Typically, Anna.
Don't
It's
remember. Wait. Next person.
okay, next person. AJ, anything? Because AJ had a lot of life changes as well.
Yeah. So I guess it's still quite fresh in my mind. So we're talking about the last year word
year.
of the year, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, just my mic. Okay. Okay, so last year word of the year for me was it's equilibrium. So it's equivalent to balance. Because I was going through a life stage change. Because I think Manisha did introduce me that I am a new mother. And so last year it was chaos. But within, through that chaos, when you survive it, I mean, I don't know. I mean, for those of you guys who are mothers or going to be mothers who are tuning into this, it is worth the struggle. If you survive like the early stages of motherhood, I feel that you can survive anything because it's
Sorry.
one. I mean, to all the mothers out there, I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but you can disagree as well. So finding equilibrium was my word of the year, and towards the end of the year, I did manage to find balance. I started working. I started to get on track with what I was before.
Yes.
I'm still trying to keep up. But it's definitely still a journey. But then I always keep that word in mind so that eventually when I reach this year, I'm better and I can do more with whatever that I have. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Then
That's
what's your
amazing.
2024 word of the year again?
Sorry.
Wait lah,
Thinking
you
your
share the
brain.
2023 first.
Yeah, little. So while y'all
No.
discuss, while y'all
Surprise.
share, I
No.
will think.
She not think. Okay,
Haven't
never
think
mind.
yet.
Feetri, Elinur, you guys want to share your 2023 word of the year reflections?
I remember mine, I didn't have any. And it was interesting because when you don't have word of the year, and as compared to right now, I mean, it's only like halfway through January, it feels like you're more like what Renee said lah, like you're more aligned to you're conscious of the word and everything you do is always backed by the word of the year. But when last year I didn't have any word of the year, I kept switching it around, saying like you don't have a focus. So your mind goes like crazy, goes wild.
You're sure wild,
Yeah.
eh? No,
Wild.
actually, yeah, you were not in that session that we
Yeah,
had
yeah,
last
yeah,
year.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly. But I just wanted to say like the flip side of not having it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's good. That's good perspective because I think like what we were saying when we did it, we were not sure because we really went through it, but we were like, okay, how is it going to work out for us? How did it work out for you, Fitri?
Mm.
Oh, okay. So 2023 was the first time I had my first word of the year, and I chosen scale. Mainly because not scale. Initially it wasn't scale as a business, but it was more to scaling in terms of pricing, in terms of getting income. So I think because of the word, it got me to work with a business coach, and then who we all know is Liyana's husband.
I don't know.
I don't know.
He was
I don't
the
know
first
why.
one.
Nobody knows gitu.
What who again?
Who's your coach?
Tune in
Uh,
to another podcast for that.
So yeah, so I think it was because of the whatever that we did in the sessions got me to increase my self confidence, self esteem, that allowed me to put myself at a higher pricing point. And when I see that I'm able to do that, I was able to scale my business in terms of getting someone to help me with the design.
Yep.
I was looking for other ways, other alternatives to expand my business, help get someone in terms of design, video creation, and all of that. So it was really like Renee said, when we go back to our word of the year, it really you just focus on that word instead of focusing on the goal, the many goals that we have, and it just works.
I think also
Yeah.
because we do have goals, there's
Yeah, of
no,
course, yeah.
it's not like when we go through our sessions, just to give the listeners an understanding, what we do is we identify the word of the year and then
Yep.
we break it down. So we like to do it quarterly goals
Yep.
for ourselves because some of us work together also for our businesses and even fun stuff like for our life and all of
Yeah.
that. I think what happens is all these little goals then have to reflect back and align back to the word of the year. I do want to ask all of us if because 2023 we all had a word of the year and then now 2024 has just started. We have our 2024 word of the year.
Yep.
Does it necessarily snowball? Like for instance, for myself, my word of the year last year was stability because I also had a big life change. I just got married. So I was like, okay, I need to like stabilize, the business and the personal life kind of things. I sort of somewhat got there. But I feel like I've not completed it,
Yep.
So the stability word has kind of carried over into 2024 while I also have a new word, which is harmony. Because I think those two words are kind of similar and they kind of make the same sense, but stability for me is like, okay, I know what I want to do, but harmony is how to infuse everything together.
Yep.
You guys want to introduce your 2024 word and let us know if there is also snowball effect from last year.
That's a good question.
Wanna start?
Rini, I start with you. Since
Yeah,
you,
I think
you.
I think yes, it does snowball for 2023 for me because I was very comfortable in making sure my 2023 word of the year was intentional. So whatever work I do, whether it's creating content, whether it's working for clients, whether it's for my personal growth, I make sure it's very intentional and making sure that it actually benefits myself and also the people around me.
Oh, so I have
So
to tell you something,
yeah,
Rini. I have to
yep,
tell you a story. I was asking a client of mine if she had a word of the year for
yeah.
2024 because now I know all about word of the years, right? And then she was like, "What is that?" So I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
for example, one of my friends, she did her word of the year was intentional." She was like, "Oh my God, that's good. That's what I'm gonna do for 2024." So sorry, I give you idea. So her
Yeah,
word of the year is intentional.
that's
Okay,
good.
continue.
Yeah. So yeah, I like how my personal and my business growth when it comes to having that intentional word of the year in 2023. So
Mm.
I carried it forward this year, but still very intentional, a little bit lesson because I know what I want. Like what Manisha said, she knows what she wants in terms of stability. And my word of the year for 2024 is streamline. So making
Mm.
sure streamlining my business in terms of pick and choose my client and not doing everything for particular client that I may not want to work with. Because yes, we as business owners, even though we need clients or projects, we can actually choose if you want to, so that you can also make sure your sanity, your self-care, it's being taken care of lah, in that
Mm.
sense. So my word of the year for 2024 is streamline. So making sure streamline my accounts, streamlining my clients, streamlining my content creation, like where it comes from first and then where it goes through the funnel, and streamlining my basically my income as a whole, while at the same time having the intentional still brought forward from 2023, so that I don't mess up, so that I don't do a lot of things and I don't overwhelm myself.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's like a layered thing lah. So it starts off with being intentional, but the focus now is more on streamlining. So the
Streamline, yes.
intentional has already rooted down.
Grounded, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Anyone else like to share? I don't want to ask Liyana and AJ first.
Okay.
Elinur, I tekan you.
Okay. For mine, I think it snowballed very clearly because last year I was lost.
Was that your
not
word?
lost,
What
lost.
I-
No. So it's like I'm not saying lost lah, but I had so many things that I wanted to do. Like yeah, I mean Liyana knows, and there's like a few things that was close to my heart that I wanted to do that I never actually got around it because of other things. So that brought me to choosing the word of the year for this year, which is focus, which is like focusing on the things that really matter and important, like the business and also things that matters to me the most, like what I really really wanted to do lah. So I'm tuning into that for this entire year. Yes.
Okay. Any interesting
Yeah.
projects you want to share with the podcast?
Oh, not yet.
No, not yet. Listening
No,
keeps you following
you
and subscribing to
you
know
must
what
say
Elinur's
you must
project
say
is.
say it out to the universe so that the universe can
Yeah,
manifest for you.
universe knows.
Back to you.
She too shy. Never mind, next episode. Let's
Manifestation,
tune in.
ah?
Come
Okay,
back. Okay, Feetri, what was yours and what is yours?
It definitely snowballed. So knowing that I scale, I realized that the only way to get clients is to create content. So that's my
Okay.
philosophy lah. So because I know that I need to create content, so I guess I feel that the word that I wanted to have is something that allows me to keep sharing or something along that line. And then I think one of you shared the word nourish, and I just took it as and
Okay.
then
Okay.
and yeah, so every time I feel lazy or I feel that Allah no need lah to create content today, but no, my word of the year is nourish, and I have to create content. If I don't create content, this will happen, this will happen, this will happen, and yeah.
Yeah,
I love
it's
it.
interesting. Nourish is also a good word for yourself, I
Yourself,
think,
yeah.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's like I want to create content because I want to nourish myself, the life that I want, and for
Yeah.
a better thing. So okay, that's
Yeah.
actually very nice. It's a good
Yeah.
thought. Okay, who wants to go first? Liyana or AJ? Have you guys you know already? Do you know already?
Liana.
Okay
She haven't talked from just now.
Yeah. She's still thinking two
I
words,
don't know.
one word,
But
three words.
today my brain's like not here. So like, okay. So just now
It's
even
okay, it's okay, it
I was
happens.
actually looking through our chat just to find
Oh.
what's my word of the year last year.
Actually,
Good luck.
can see
Our
the
chat
PDF, you know.
Oh yeah, we
No,
have a
I went
PDF.
to see the PDF. I couldn't find. So
Okay,
I don't know. Yeah. So my word of the year last year was growth. slash delegation. So I think which I did. I think the growth part was not just in terms of the business, it was also in terms of like mentally, spiritually, and physically also because I okay, let's talk
Why you
about that
It's
laugh?
a topic for another day, girl.
but I think when it goes to delegation part, I mean so delegation I did actually delegate quite a lot of things. So that was good. And then how is it related to this year's word of the year? To be honest, my word of the year is still changing. Sorry, I think
It's okay.
I'm
Still
taking
January.
January. Yeah, I'm taking January to be like a test bit first. Like, okay, wait, do I want this? Do I want that? Yeah, but I kind of like have. I don't know what's the exact word, but I do know that I want to move from being like self-employed to like be a business owner. So like everything has to do like I'm not gonna be the one like, doing all the work. So I'm just gonna do the strategizing part, but everything else is delegation. So it's still
So like an
still
upgrade.
that like related to last year's lah. But it's just
Okay.
that now I wanna move like to the next level. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what's the word. Yeah.
I
Let
mean,
It's
our
okay.
listeners to
yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you
actually,
if
please
you have
comment
any yes.
your suggestions to
To
Liyana.
Liana.
No, but it's a good point that she brought
Mm-mm.
out. It's word of the year, just like our goals, is not something that has to be 100% set in stone. Because things happen,
Yeah.
things change. Like for instance, when I give myself as an example, I knew in the beginning of 2023 that I was going to get married. So I kind of projected it to, okay, I want the stability. But sometimes things happen in between that you're like, oh, wait, for example, I can't upgrade, maybe I need to focus on something else. So it's always good to know that it's just you, it's your own progress that you have to see. If you have to change, and I always go back to the fact that we're lucky to have 6 of us where we're like, hold on, maybe you need to like recollaborate and think, okay, maybe something else you need to do. So having Liyana as an example where it can be one word that means two things, or you giving yourself some time to test out what you want to do and really focus and say, okay, hold on, this is what I want to do for the year. It doesn't have to be set in stone on 31st December 2020, whatever. Can be later on also lah. But I have to ask AJ, have you decided?
Yes, I have. While listening and entertaining my boss beside me. So one thing that I would like to highlight as well, that last year there were a few things that happened aside from the change and me trying to find balance in my life and getting equilibrium. First thing is I would like to thank Manisha because of you that I think most of us are in medium. Okay, so credits are due. So
All,
yes,
not most, all.
almost
Yay. Yeah,
all
all
of us are
of
being
us.
forced
All of
to
us.
write.
Like
so-
Renee forced to word of the year, I forced you all to write.
Yeah,
lah.
so you
Sorry.
notice right, in this group, right, you
There's
know
always
who
must
are
one
the
person,
one who force people.
Who's where's
Few
Renee?
people
She's here.
usual suspects.
Which pair always forces people to do
Yeah,
things?
it's the mak
and
chicks.
No, we are the mak chicks. So mak chicks must
must
force.
enforce.
Yeah, we are the elders. Listen to the elders.
We're the enablers.
What call that? Cannot disagree, cannot not do it. Yeah.
For
Okay. Anyways,
touchy lah.
so I thank Manisha because she introduced all of us to part of Medium. And if you guys are not part of Medium, please join her Telegram group. We will drop in the show notes. Hopefully here that you can join the Telegram group. It's great. It's a safe space. So one thing is that despite me not writing for like 3 months, right, I was still able to earn some, small change every month. I'm even though it's small change, I would still want to, like celebrate it, because small change is better than no change at all.
Yes.
Well
Yes,
said.
and I feel that as a new mom, that is very it's like a silver lining, after a hard day of like, managing everything in the house and yourself. And then suddenly you receive an email, oh, you just earned like few dollars. Oh my God, like
Yeah.
yeah. So it's a very I would say a very nice feeling that I haven't felt last year. So that was something that I'm looking at building more this year. Yes, and on top of that also, I think Liyana did mention about delegation. So fun fact, during my final trimester, I had a past client that approached me and she wants to do a recording. So it's a physical recording and I'm at like anytime can pop that kind of thing. So I cannot be there for the recording. So I was somehow, put in a position that I need to find someone to help me run the show. So that was when I got a junior of mine from poly, and then she has all the experience. So I got her to be part of the team. So I guess that's a form of delegation. So she was the one who ran. I mean, I'm the main contact with the client, but she was like so-called like under me kind of thing. And it worked well. And then I think this year, like if there's any more projects that I cannot, or maybe like I don't wish to do it because I want to delegate tasks, right? Then I'll call her in. Okay, so coming back for all the stories, this year the word I really want to focus on passive, whether is it passive income, passive time, anything that doesn't require me to physically be there, but I'm still able to churn something out. Yeah, because I feel that with that being said, with that like being the main focus this year, yes, with that being the focus this year, I have more time to, do things that values me more, especially like family time. I think that's the most important because, okay, a bit sidetracked, but because this year, Luna will be going through her final baby stage before she go into toddler, right? So next year I'm planning to send her to school or play group. So I want to take this year to, be present and then focus on what's important before next year when she's out, with her own life, then I can focus more on my life.
Own
that kind of
life,
thing.
Right.
Own
Own life.
because like she has school, right?
Yeah.
She has school, so it's her own life, right? So I don't have to
Why
be
not?
there for her. So I can then focus on myself. Come on, guys, we need time for ourselves. Yeah, so self-care is also still important.
Yes.
Okay,
so
self-care.
that's always in
Yes,
the list.
always for me is very important. So
Right.
yeah, this word of the year again would be passive.
Okay, awesome. I like how you brought up the fact that we also can learn from each other's word of the year. Like like Renee's intentional last year. Like I would sometimes remind myself like, wait, is this what I want to do? Because my friend is thinking about being intentional. So I also should, kind of think about it.
Yeah.
Or like you see like this year, your word is focus. And I'm like, wait,
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
harmony, but I need to focus.
Yes.
Hello. That kind of feeling, that and then there's like Liyana not sure decide, but I'm like, it's okay. If I want to change, I can change also. Lah, later.
I changed, yeah.
Yeah, so why not? I think there's a lot of us. I think if you are listening and you haven't decided on your word of the year, it's fine. If you've decided and you need someone to check in with, find someone. Or you can always like comment or just disturb any one of us. We're fine, especially Renee. It's okay. All right, I think we've kind of wrapped it up nicely.
Okay,
Anybody
wait,
else?
hold
Yes.
on. Yeah.
Yes.
I just wanted to like congratulate all of you because when I first started the conversation with you guys or even the WhatsApp group, right? You guys are always alone, like doing things alone. And today in 2023, you have been doing delegation, wanting to work with collaborating with other people so that you can also, ease yourself from some of things that you can ease off and at the same time increase your price, which is very important to all business owners out there or self-employed or freelancers, whatever you call yourself. It's very important to scale your business in terms of pricing. It's okay to scale up. So yes, congratulations to all of you for being able to delegate your work. So many years I tried to push you guys.
Yeah, we're starting. Thanks, Renee. Thanks
We
for all the
try.
words of
We
wisdom.
try.
Yes,
Everyone.
Thanks for nagging.
Yes. The
Good
nagging
job.
part, I can do it.
Everybody pat yourself on the back.
Yes, pat ourselves. All right.
Okay, cool, awesome. That emotional wrap up a little bit, but now we wrap up properly. Thank you, everyone. I'm so excited to see how our word of the year pans out. We have a lot more episodes coming up this season. a lot of fun stuff that we want to talk about. So tune in, follow, subscribe, like, whatever, the stuff that you have to do on social media, do it. Thanks, everyone. Till the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.